Akinola Davies, CEO of the colossal Davies Holdings, stared at his reflection, not in the polished mahogany of his executive office, but in the gram-streaked mirror of a janitor's closet. Worth billions, with an empire spanning real estate, tech, and oil, Akin had everything money could buy, except genuine affection. Every woman he dated seemed more enamored with his private jet than his personality, more interested in his Lagos penthouse than his dreams. Fed up with the superficiality, Akin concocted a daring plan. He would go undercover as a cleaner in his own company, masquerading as a humble, struggling graduate named Femi. He needed to find someone who saw beyond the zeros in his bank account, someone who would truly love Femi, the unassuming cleaner. He traded his bespoke suits for faded overalls, his imported leather shoes for worn sneakers. The irony wasn't lost on him as he pushed a noisy cleaning cart through the gleaming corridors he owned, meticulously wiping surfaces and emptying bins, all while observing his employees, searching for that elusive spark of authentic human connection. He felt a strange sense of liberation, yet also a growing anxiety about the deception he was weaving. His first few weeks as Femi were a blur of mops, disinfectants, and invisible stares. Most employees treated him with polite indifference, a few with outright disdain. Then he met Chioma. Chioma, a bright and diligent project manager in the IT department, was different. Unlike others who would leave their coffee cups on the floor or back orders, Chioma always greeted him with a warm smile and a polite, "Good morning, Femi." She'd sometimes offer him a bottle of cold water on a particularly hot day or engage him in light conversation about the weather. One afternoon, she found him struggling with a jammed cleaning machine and, instead of walking past, she paused, offered a practical suggestion, and even helped him dislodge the stubborn part. Her eyes held no judgment, only a genuine desire to help. Akin was captivated. This was the kindness he sought, untainted by status or expectation. He found himself lingering longer in her department, inventing reasons to clean around her desk, his heart thumping faster with each casual interaction. As the weeks turned into a month, Femi and Chioma's connection deepened. During their impromptu breaks, often in quiet corners or the staff canteen, they shared fragments of their lives. Chioma spoke of her dreams of starting a small tech consultancy for women, her struggles to care for her ailing mother, and her fierce independence. Femi, still Akin, invented a modest background, speaking of family in the village and ambitions of saving enough to start a small business. He found himself increasingly falling for her genuine spirit, her unwavering optimism despite her challenges. He loved the way she laughed, the passion in her eyes when she spoke of her work. One evening, after everyone else had left, they found themselves alone in the deserted office, a comfortable silence settling between them. He reached out, gently took her hand, and in that moment, under the soft glow of the office lights, their lips met. It was a kiss born of shared vulnerabilities, a quiet promise in the heart of the empire he secretly owned. Akin knew his time as Femi was drawing to a close. He planned to reveal his true identity to Chioma, convinced she was the one he had been searching for. The perfect moment would be at the upcoming annual Davies Holdings Gala, where he, as Akinola Davies, would surprise her. However, a casual conversation in the executive washroom, which Femi was cleaning, shattered his perfect world. He overheard his trusted chief operating officer, Mr. Nwachukwu, speaking in hushed tones on the phone. "Yes, darling, the engagement party is next month. Just a few more weeks until we can make it public. And don't worry about Femi, he's just a distraction." Akin's blood ran cold when he heard Chioma's distinctive, soft laugh on the other end of the line. Mr. Nwachukwu, a man he had mentored for years, was engaged to Chioma. The woman he loved, the woman who had seen Femi for who he truly was seemingly involved in a scandalous betrayal, not just of his heart, but potentially of his company. His heart heavy with this belief, Akin arranged a private meeting with Chioma, still dressed as Femi. He began to speak of his plans to reveal his true self, watching her carefully. Before he could finish, Chioma, looking troubled, interrupted him. "Femi, there's something I need to tell you. I'm engaged." Her words were a dagger. Akin's composure broke. "Engaged? To Mr. Obinna Nwachukwu?" The surprise on her face was momentary before a look of pure shock replaced it. "How did you know?" she stammered. At that moment, Akin pulled off his cap, revealing his neatly styled hair, and slowly peeled off his overalls, revealing the crisp, expensive shirt beneath. "Because I am Akinola Davies, Chioma. And I own this company. And now I need to know why you are engaged to a man who is actively defrauding my company." The air crackled with tension. Chioma, pale but defiant, revealed a deeper, more complex truth. She was indeed engaged to Obinna, but it was a forced arrangement. She had been secretly gathering evidence of Obinna's massive embezzlement scheme within Davies Holdings, and her distraction with Femi was, at first, a genuine connection, but later also a desperate attempt to gain insights or allies within the company without raising Obinna's suspicions. The truth, once unraveled, was far more scandalous than Akin had imagined. Chioma presented Akin with undeniable proof of Obinna's long-term fraud, data she had meticulously collected, often at great personal risk. Her engagement was a desperate ploy to get closer to Obinna's operations, a sacrifice she made to protect her mother, whom Obinna had subtly threatened. The confrontation with Obinna was explosive, held in a highly publicized press conference where Akin, with Chioma by his side, exposed his CEO's treachery. The Nigerian media went wild, dubbing it the Billionaire and the Broom scandal. Obinna was arrested, and Davies Holdings recovered millions. Amidst the chaos, Akin and Chioma's unique love story emerged, tested by deceit and forged in the fire of betrayal, but ultimately built on a foundation of genuine affection and shared values. Chioma, now a hero, helped Akin implement stricter oversight, proving her loyalty and intelligence. Their love, born in deception and matured through a very public scandal, blossomed into an enduring partnership, proving that sometimes, the most extraordinary love can be found in the most unexpected places, even under a cleaner's uniform.